Hey everybody, thanks for all the love and support this past year. Streaming and YouTube became passion hobbies of mine, and I'm just really grateful to everybody who stopped by, even if it's just for a minute this past year. I played a lot of games this year, and it was hard to narrow down which ones I liked best. Just a couple of notes first before we get to the top 5. No Destiny 2 Forsaken or Warframe Fortuna, because they were DLCs for games that did not come out this year. But they were both fantastic additions to those franchises. Highly recommend both of them. God of War is not on my list because I wasn't able to play it. I don't have a PS4, but looked incredible. Gameplay looked fun. Music was fantastic. Really sad I had to watch it. Come on, Xbox. Quit letting us down. And final note, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not on my list. I thought it looked great graphically, but poor gameplay and a telegraph story made it pretty meh for me. You're entitled to disagree, that's fine, but this is my show, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this top 5. Number 5 is Marvel Strike Force. It's a mobile game available pretty much anywhere. It's easy to pick up and hard for me to put down. I love superheroes, so maybe that's why. It's free to play, but there are microtransactions, and they're pretty pushy with them as well, but you don't need to spend any money. But you will get frustrated trying to get particular hero shards just because they lock them behind certain in-game activities. There's a lot to do, especially for a mobile game. I guess they're just getting better and better though. And it's a solid one that I've really enjoyed. Some characters are way better than others, and some take forever to unlock. Looking at you, Nick Fury. But it is fun to play and create some different teams for the raids, the campaign, and the PvP that are in-game. They're constantly adding new heroes and villains with varying abilities as well as new features. I'm really looking forward to Alliance Wars, which will be coming out hopefully this year. And my favorite team to use is the Defenders plus Punisher. It feels like cheating because that team is so strong. Highly recommend picking this one up. It, like I said, free to play, a lot of fun, so check it out. Number 4 is Black Ops 4. I made this list before I learned about their new microtransactions and all that BS, but strictly on gameplay and graphics, it was fun, it was fast. For me, it felt like Call of Duty should. It looks great, played great, was smooth. I haven't even touched zombies yet. I know it's been out a while. I just prefer to play with people and I don't have anybody to play with. Seems like a really solid mode though. Blackout is probably the most polished BR out there, but I have no interest in those anyway, so I spend most of my time in the multiplayer mode, which is just, like I said, again, fun to play. Firebreak, absolutely my jam, especially on Domination or Hardpoint. I just love popping the reactor and clearing the point. So much fun. Haven't Prestige yet. Haven't spent a ton of time grinding the game. I just play a few matches here and there, but again, it's just fun to pick up and play a little bit and then put it down. Really enjoy it. Favorite gun is the Titan, although it feels like SMGs are the way to go in multiplayer. Just feel constantly outclassed and close to mid-range fights. But again, it's a fun game. Definitely recommend picking it up before the microtransaction thing. I guess I need to learn a little bit more before I continue to recommend this game to people, but I haven't spent any money on it. I still have fun with it, so you probably can too. Number 3 is Magic the Gathering Arena. The game is still in beta, but it is so well built. The devs are continuously updating the game, and one of the more exciting additions is the ability to challenge your friends. You can purchase card packs with in-game currency or real-world money. You can earn cards and decks just by playing daily. I haven't spent any money on the game and have many of the cards I want. It's such a solid game and just a blast to play. My favorite deck is one I built myself. It's a green and red deck using dinosaurs and dragons. I just love smashing people with massive monsters and the instant strikes I can pull off. It's just fantastic. It's probably not going to win me any tournaments, but it's my favorite deck to play. Matches can take some time, but most of them are shorter than 10 minutes. The game is free. Just download the launcher from the Wizards of the Coast website, start playing, pick it up. It's free. So much fun. It's fantastic, especially if you're a Magic the Gathering fan. Number 2 is Monster Hunter World. This is the first game I fell in love with in 2018. I mean, it was one of the first games that came out, but it was so good. I spent so many hours using different weapons and fighting all the different monsters. The game has had several events throughout the year that add value to the title. Screw Diablo, by the way. That guy, hate fighting him. So trash, so heckin' much. The feeling of beating the Elder Dragons with one of my friends was just fantastic. We fought all of them together. It was a great time. We yelled, we raged, and we blew them up with giant barrels. Kushala took the longest, and I think we yelled the loudest when we beat him. Val Hazak was definitely my favorite, and his armor set looks incredible. It's my favorite. Multiplayer, kinda rough, definitely a mess. But gameplay was and still is so much fun. I'm really looking forward to the DLC coming out this year, as well as the smaller events returning throughout the year. This was my first Monster Hunter experience, and if there are more console editions like this one, I will definitely be picking them up. Highly recommend it, especially because they're going to continue adding content. Definitely give it a try. So my number 1 game in 2018 was definitely a surprise. I 100% wasn't going to pick it up, but I was watching the Rad Brads preview gameplay of it, link in description, and the gameplay loop hooked me. It looked great, thought it was good, thought it was awesome. My number 1 game of 2018 was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I bought it on release and didn't play anything else for pretty much a month. Also, I definitely recommend playing as Cassandra because Alexios voice acting is pretty rough. I still haven't finished all the storylines and haven't hit level 50, but I completed the main story and completely reunited my family. Spoiler, that's the best ending, that's the one you want. It was awesome. I still have to finish off the last few members of the cult. Kinda sad, I guess. Guessed who the last boss was early on, but still enjoyed that mechanic. It was really added another layer to the game for me. I loved acquiring skills and playing how I wanted to. There are so many weapons to choose from, so many skills. Fighting is pretty similar to Origins, but I didn't play Origins, so it felt fresh to me. That wasn't an issue. Setting was amazing. Ancient Greece is my jam. The map is huge. Some would argue it's too big, there's too much to do, but I loved it. I loved looking at faraway places and then just going there and exploring. The world is huge but felt full. I really enjoyed the sea fighting, the battling on ships. I know a lot of people didn't, but that for me was a lot of fun. Story was so good. I thought the story was fantastic. There were some twists I didn't see coming and some I did, but it's really been a while since I became this engrossed in a story. And I didn't have an issue with the microtransactions because they're really unnecessary. I didn't need a bump in leveling. I enjoy playing the game at my own speed and exploring and finding everything on my own. They still struggle with the modern times and the ancient time thing. That still seems weird to me, but for the most part, it's not an issue. It's a non-issue for me. I loved this game. It was beautiful. The music was incredible. Definitely blew me away. 100% loved this game. I haven't played one since the last Ezio one, I think. That was the last Assassin's Creed I played. This was just so much fun, so good. Pick it up if you can. Give it a shot. It's got DLC coming out. It's got free events and things like that. They aren't necessarily the greatest, but it's still free content. 100% pick it up. Give it a chance. This is by far and away my number 1 game of 2018. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section, if you liked it, if you hate it, what game you thought deserved number 1 this year, and I will catch you throughout the rest of this year. Peace.